Hello and welcome to The Print. We are joined by former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, former Union Minister, Ghulam Nabi Azad sir. Welcome to The Print, sir.
Welcome.
Azad sir, how's the preparation going? It's been 19 months since you started your party. Where has it reached so far?
Well, I think amongst all political parties, be national or regional, my party is the youngest. But at the same time, I would like to congratulate my colleagues and much more to the public of the Jammu and Kashmir. In the shortest span of time of 1.5 years, I have myself addressed more than 660 public meetings, and both in countryside, hinterland, and in the cities, big cities, small cities. I don't think any upcoming political party, regional or national, could have done so much of work in the shortest span of time. So our state is very difficult state. The terrain is very difficult. The connectivity is very difficult. And the condition of the roads in the hinterland is very, very bad. And it's not like the rest part of the country.
Right.
We have good national highway, but there's connecting only the two capitals of the city. But when it comes to the connectivity of the districts and tehsils and blocks and panchayats, it's very difficult and it's very time consuming.
Right.
So given that position of the state and the new party, of course there are a number of problems, but we are facing those problems, yet making a headway. And we have made impact in number of constituencies across the state.
There has been some confusion around your candidature. Is it finalized that you'll fight from Anantnag Rajouri seat?
But I don't think that confusion like national conference, where the candidate is saying, I'm not contesting, the party is saying you have to contest. And for one day there's no candidate, and again in the evening there's a candidate. Yes, my some section of people wanted me to contest from Anantnag and Rajouri Punch. But at the same time, my friends from Chenab Valley, which I belong to and which is very big, I think region-wise one of the biggest in the state. If you take different regions, South Kashmir, North Kashmir, Central Kashmir, Central Jammu, Pir Panchal and Chenab Valley. So in area, it is almost 3 times more than any region of the state. So they said, when you made your own party and you had said that I have had enough in Delhi, I had been there 40 years in the parliament, now I should come back like I had come as chief minister, and I could do some good work for the people insofar as the schools, hospitals, road connectivity and other created a lot of infrastructure. So I had said that now whatever remaining political parties I will spend in Jammu Kashmir to serve my own people. So why are you thinking again of flying back to Delhi? So which is why I decided better be here in the state. I had enough of Delhi for 40 years. Not that I was dissatisfied. I was very happy that I could bring some change wherever I had been, whichever ministry I had been. I could bring drastic changes for the people of my countrymen. I am very happy and delighted. But at the same time, I think year and a half when I resigned from the party and made Congress party and made my own party, that time I had decided to work in the state. So I think that is better. I should not go back to my commitment made to the people of the state.
There has been some debate saying that your party's candidates would end up denting the anti-BJP vote or the Congress vote. What do you have to say?
I can also say the same thing for Congress and National Conference. Because here, my party, of course the BJP had a sitting member, they have to decide again. But amongst the non-BJP candidates, because they had a sitting, they didn't they didn't require to announce a fresh candidate. But among the other parties, my party was the first party to announce the candidate. That means the Congress and NC, this is afterthought to make the BJP win. So according to me, they are helping the BJP. Otherwise, my candidate would have won. Because I contested from this constituency against the same BJP candidate in 2014. And I got 4,28,000. So this time, if my party would have got even 3 lakhs, he would have got. He would have got through, because it's not going to be that type of, voting which we had in 2014. So, which was a wave, Modi wave, and then there was also backlash among my supporters. So they voted for me. So this time it's not going to be that type of vote. So my party candidate would have just won by 1 lakh, if not more. So the BJP, the NC and Congress putting up a candidate is just helping the BJP.
Now, it's been 5 years since Article 370 was abrogated. One, what is your stand? Do you want its restoration? And second, what has changed and what hasn't in these 5 years?
Well, I have said right from the beginning, from the day first, when it came before the Parliament, Rajya Sabha, and I was the only person to speak against. The Nation Conference kept mum in the Parliament, and that knows the Parliament record is they didn't open the mouth. They opened the mouth when Parliament was over and they start, oh, this is very bad. But that time, I was alone and there were 3 of them in the Lok Sabha. But from the day first, my stand has been till today that abrogation of Article 370 was wrong. Downgrading the state to union territory was totally wrong. Again, finishing the Article 35A was totally wrong, because all these things were in the interest of the people, in the interest of both the regions of the state. Rather, all the 3 regions of the state. Of course, one region is not with us. Of course, some part, half of the Ladakh was in favor for union territory. But after some time, they realized that union territory has not helped them the way state when they were part of the state. So I think all these 3 things were in the interest of the 3 regions of the state, and they were good for every religion and every region.
Are you in favor of restoration?
Yeah, I'm always in favor of restoration.
And what has changed in last 5 years? What hasn't, according to you, in the state?
Well, there have some good things happened, but equally bad things also has happened. The good things has happened that the militancy has drastically come down, and there are no hartals. That is good. So, and also the work culture which I had initiated was after me, Umar Saab took again, it was again back to zero. Okay. He didn't know about what is work culture and all that. As a matter of fact, he didn't know what is the administration. So he couldn't do anything in spite of being ally of the Congress, but he was at the helm of affairs. It's on the person. It depends on the person, how effective is the person at the helm of affairs. But one thing is that after me, I think it is this present administration that they have seen that the administration is working. Otherwise, in between, there was no administration worth name. So these 3 things have happened good. But the bad thing is that after Article 370 is removed, that before that nobody would come here. Now all including the sand is going to other different parts of the country. The contractors from all over the country are having the contracts for small things like sand, like small, we don't have many things here to export, but whatever little was, that was enough for the livelihood of the local people, be Kashmir or Jammu or in the hinterland. So that is, they are being taken away from the state to other parts of the country. Well, I'm not for the against other parts of the country, people against that. They are our countrymen, but they have enough resources. to fall back. We don't have anything to fall back upon. We had very small things to fall back upon. That's one thing has happened. And number two, downgrading state, removing Article 370, removing 35A. Now, any person can, apply for the services. They have applied and they are now in hinterland of Jammu. And when 35A was removed, the Jammu province has been greatest hit, not Kashmir to that extent. Maybe the government, when they removed this 35A, they must have thought a lot of people will go to Kashmir. I don't know with what intention, good or bad intention, whatever might have been the intention. And they will buy their land and they will, serve there. But they didn't realize that the government of India should have realized, having their agencies spread across the country and much more in the valley, that for the last 35 years, since the militancy had come to state, not even local Muslim of Jammu, forget the Hindus, buying land or serving in Jammu, in Kashmir. Even those Kashmiri Pandits, which on my request, the Prime Minister had made a scheme. I had asked for 6,000 employees exclusively for the Kashmiri Pandits. So they are in Jammu for the last 4 years. They don't want to work there. So how could anybody from rest part of the country could buy land and work there? So not a single person has come from across the country to buy land there, or maybe somebody in absence, somebody sitting in Bombay but not physically there, and not people knowing that this is whose land is, maybe my name, your name, his name and all that. But the whole pressure is on Jammu because it's a safe place. So everybody is applying even for a small post. I was told that in Doda, like remote area, like this, in remote area, not in towns, there are in post offices, the boys and girls have come from UP, Bihar and Maharashtra and rest part of the country to serve there. So that is at the cost of our own people from Jammu, be Hindus or Muslims. So that has affected the livelihood of our young boys. And we have I think more than 1 million boys and girls who are educated and unemployment. Right. So that has further added to our unemployment and frustrated. And the negative part is of that having frustrated these boys and girls, they have taken to drugs. So all these things have gone against our state.
Azad sir, there are a lot of conspiracy theories about your relationship with the BJP. How can you clear the air there, and how is your relationship with the Prime Minister? Is it political, personal?
Well, the same allegations I had leveled against National Conference. Okay. But I think you have heard yesterday the interview of Umar Abdullah. He said, I am proud of working with BJP, with Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So now he has made it clear. Have you heard that interview? Yeah. It's yesterday's interview that people are saying that I was minister in Atal Bihari Vajpayee. I am proud of that. So that means the original BJP man is here, who is in BJP since 96. Now it is 30 years. So BJP NC has made it clear that they are part of the BJP for the last 30 years.
Right. How's your relationship with the Prime Minister? Is it political?
Prime Minister, I know for the last 30 years, because almost 3 decades, he was General Secretary of his party, I was General Secretary of my party, and we were in debates together. Of course, we are from the same country. We are human beings. Then he was Chief Minister, I was Chief Minister. So we used to meet after every 2 months in different meetings, sitting, eating together with all the Chief Ministers, not only he, CPI, Congress, BJP together. So maybe in comparison to other leaders, I know him for the last 3 decades. But that doesn't mean that he will help me in my party and I will help him in party. And I had been leader opposition in Rajya Sabha for 7 years. I think never in the history of our democracy so much I have opposed the policies of the BJP, and they have opposed me and my policies.
It is a personal relation.
This personal relation can be with anybody.
Right.
Knowing a person, if I know we have been chief minister together, eating on all the chief ministers, CPM, BJP together, so I will say, no, today I will not talk to you. The question is, politics is different than political relations. See, our enemy's neighboring country, China. So how many meetings are taking place? Pakistan, how many meetings are taking place? Of course, we are from the same country. We are same country.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, Azad Sahab, nationally, if we go by the service, Congress seems to be on decline. What is your assessment there?
Well, I said when I left Congress, I have said the reasons. No, I don't want to rack up that issue time and again. I have said, I think I had given as many as 85 press conferences when I left the Congress, and in those 85 press conferences, individual press conferences for 3 days and 3 nights, 18 hours daily. And I have made it clear the reason, and now those reasons are coming true.
But it's been 2 years since you left, so do you think things have changed there, or it's still there?
No, because we were fighting within the party for quite long, not me. There were a large number of other leaders. We were as many as 25. 23 had signed the letter, but there were half a dozen others, though also sitting union ministers and chief ministers, who could not sign because they were not available that time in Delhi side. So there were as many as 30 ex-chief ministers and union ministers.
23, 30.
No, 23 had signed.
Yeah, 23 had signed.
So 30 of them. So huge, almost the 90% of the leadership which the Congress has. So we wrote letter to bring the changes, bring reforms in the Congress, and we had given suggestions, short term, medium term, long term. But the leadership did not agree even for the short term, or forget medium term or long term. And the meeting which took place at Mrs. Sonia Gandhi's residence, it was in COVID, so we couldn't have it because earlier meetings were on virtual. So then we asked for the physical. So physical in her lawn.
After the letter.
After the letter, there was a working committee meeting, virtual. But then we wanted this virtual. We can't say so many things. Let it be physical. And I'm happy that Mrs. Gandhi arranged in her own lawn. And it went for 6 hours. And I spoke there. Of course, my all colleagues spoke there, but I spoke for the longest period of time. And we assured her that all of us, if you are thinking that we are going to take the presidentship, if you are thinking that any of them is a prime minister candidate, so we assure you all that neither we will take any post in the party, nor we will contest parliament. So there's no question of taking any. And the beneficiary, if not you, will be your children. I said that, your daughter and son. Yes, in the meeting. You do please this short-term, medium-term, the interest of the party. The party is losing because it is shame that for the last 2 elections, the Congress does not have a LOP in Lok Sabha. A party which had a record number of 414 now doesn't go beyond 50 seats. You do this, but nothing happened.
How did she respond?
Huh?
How did she respond, Mrs. Gandhi?
No, she will say, you give the short term. So short term also, short term we said it should be within 1 week. So for 2 years, the short term did not appear anywhere. Forget the medium term, long term. So we were asking for the interest of the party. I think we couldn't say much more than that we will not contest. We will only campaign. Even we went to the extent that we will campaign across the country, these 23 or 30. We will divide our group into different parts. We'll go of our own. We'll not take any party, even a naya paisa. We'll not ask you. We'll arrange public meeting. This much of clout we have in different parts. Each one of us, we will allow public meetings. We'll speak for Congress party. We'll speak in favor of leadership. We'll speak in favor of the policies of the Congress party. At our cost, we stay at our cost. We will spend our money for organizing the public meeting, each of one. No, nothing.
What do you think will happen to the party if they head for a third straight lose?
I think if they would have agreed to our suggestions, maybe this time it would have been in power.
Azad sir,
So which is why I say, why Congress is blaming A, B, C? They themselves are playing the part of B team. Because you are not working anything, you are not allowing anybody to work. What does that mean? That means BJP to continue.
Azad sir, coming back to J&K politics, there was a buzz around an alliance that was coming up between you, Altaf Bukhari and Sajad Loon. What happened there?
But some people were in between that you have the alliance, but that I think could not take off.
Right.
Yeah.
It could not take off. My last question, Azad sir, you were a leader of a national stature. Now that you formed your party, where do we see you 5 years from now?
Well, that's up to the God. I can't say. In this world, nobody knows today. I am here after half an hour. If there's a heart attack, I may not be there. So, world doesn't know. Right. So, if we are alive, we'll definitely make a great impact in Indian politics, and particularly in Jammu and Kashmir, because the Jammu and Kashmir has been exploited by one regional party for more than 7 decades, again in the name of region and religion. So I'm against this religion politics, be the Hindu religion politics or be the Muslim religion. Anybody exploiting the religion and playing with the sentiments of the people of the country or state in the name of the religion is not good for the health of the country. So if BJP is blamed across the country using the religion for power, so is National Conference doing the same thing at the cost of the people. And this militancy is one of the offshoot of that. That, exploiting the religion and sentiments, which are impossible sentiments. You can't give democracy. Everybody knows it was in 47 the Muslims of Jammu and Kashmir divided to be the part of India. Now, why should any political party rack up this during elections? And once the elections are through, they get elected, they forget it. I would have told them, yes, they have some conviction. Being chief minister, coming into power, they raise up that issue. Okay, one can say. But why only to get the elected? A chief minister, B chief minister, same chief minister from the same party, exploiting the sentiments of Muslims, and once get elected, forget that. And when again after 5 years, here earlier 6 years, the elections come, they rack up the same issue. So that is cheating the people in the name of the religion. I'm against that.
Will you be announcing more candidates in the run-up to 2024?
But let us see.
It's still under discussion.
Let us finish this. Day after tomorrow is, I think, the last day for campaigning, because I don't get even a second to think over or discuss the issue with other colleagues.
Right. All the best, Azad sir. Thank you so much for joining in.
No, wish you all the best and good luck to you.
Thank you.